Lot of smoke in the air. Purple hydro, then I'm spilling in it.
Alright.
So I don't run out. Hoovers couldn't smoke even if they had a gun out. Split a green game down, put a smear on. My first blunt that I rolled is damn near gone. Hella weed in the air after every session. And you know who put it there without any guessing. I send turks in the air like a smoke screen. The taste on these distillates are so clean. Everybody that I know will tell you that I'm a stoner. Smoking everything down to the bags of gonna. Hot box every room that I stand in.
Alright, bro, cause we trying to use this new program and shit. There's a link up right there that should bring y'all in. If y'all wanna cam up and show me your dank and shit. Hold on. I'm trying to. What's good, demo?
I'ma rock the plug. I'ma rock the plug. I'ma rock the plug. Where this nigga at? I'ma rock the plug. Open my bag to see it's damn near empty. I always smoke through everything that my
Alright. Alright, Burk up. In the stream right there. In the stream right there is a link. I'm about to pin it to the top. If you click on there, you should be able to come in and cam up with me and shit. Like this goddamn. Oh, blurry that bitch is. Is this shit filmed on the goddamn first cell phone? That's it. That just looking extremely low budget. That just looking like it was an old tube TV, bro. 50s or some shit. What the fuck? Hold on, Wiz. They say, well, you gotta connect your mic and cam before I can add you. Okay, but we about to get people jumping there. Y'all wanna jump in, bro? Y'all wanna jump in? You know what I mean? Click that link, bro. Let your mic and cam up, and we gonna chop it up and shit. I'm about to roll up. Drake. Get the smoking on it. Oh, I told y'all I had just recorded some shit. Yeah, I just recorded some shit. The last songs I think y'all heard was hold on, let me see. Y'all heard the flap across the land and shrooms, I think. Let's jump in the flap across the land and shrooms real quick.
Hey, who got the gas, man? What KO?
Flying across the land of shrooms. 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 Flapping across the land of shrooms. I went to Hogwarts and grabbed Harry Potter's broom. Feeling kinda goofy, I've been on all afternoon. If you need me, I'm with Mary J. Hit me on Zoom. Gonna cross the sky like I was with E.T. Niggas think Buzzing up these shrooms and I'm playing with my own urban mushroom soup in a minute till I'm knee deep. Cougars can't smoke, you need to beat it, nigga. He. I'm high now, and was the last time that you seen me. I don't pass blunts, they be saying that I'm greedy. I'm a different stoner, that's just not my scenery. Shout out to every bird club, but you know what that mean to me. Every time we together, I'm high as I seem to be. Flying on these shrooms kinda feels like a dream to me. We did mushroom soup, seems like a good
That album right here is this album right here is me and Cam's album and shit. That's the last joint I wrote on that joint. He still gotta send me 4 beats so we can finish that. But in the meantime and shit, I've been working on 69, trying to push that through. And this shit been coming together straight, bro. We got these 4 songs right here that we put real fast. First is this joint, Relax. Shit. This was another joint that I wrote while I was doing shrooms and shit last week.
Wait, is that Lyrical Jeans?
If y'all can jump in this shit, bro, we go watch
filling up the room, mouth all empty, been chewing mushrooms, blazing on green, got grabber in the raw, also gotta put dabs in the mall, all day up, got the flight of a turn, look like the note cloud from the smoke that I burn, I'm here flying, man, don't be concerned, Hoovers can't smoke, but they still haven't learned, can't get enough, I smoke till I'm out, 2 blunts at a time, but I smoke more than I can count, breaking down buzz with my hands in my.
What's good with you, bro? It's popping, bro. What you smoking all this shit? What you rolling up, demo? I got this Swisher shit. About shit.
What you smoking on?
I got this raw joint. Raw spliff I got right here, about to roll up this Swisher joint shit. Were you said you on your way to Colorado, right?
Yo,
Experience from articles, growing many blunts, and I still keep smoking them. Buy hydroponics, so I can soak in them. I've been strange down like cattle when I rope them in, and every day I wake up, it's just like here we go again. Sit back and relax in the smoke. Sit back and relax. Sit back and relax.
Let the links go. I'll put it in there with.
Sit back and relax in the smoke. Sit back and relax. Sit back and relax in the smoke. Sit back and relax.
Yeah, put it back in there, bro. There's a couple songs on this new joint that you not me. I want to get to that not me to go with this shit. But let's do this singer real quick.
My weed too loud. singing everywhere that I go.
7 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning, demo. Okay, I got you. Wiz, we jumping in.
My weed too loud. I roll up on my blunts properly. Certified in the shop.
We good with.
Blaze up, they get high as I can be.
Right on. Can you
Yeah,
hear
this
me?
is probably gonna be the way we go using this stream and shit, since we can get everybody jumping in. This stream will probably be the way that we go and shit.
You can hear me though? You can hear me talking?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me? All right. All right. Good, good, good. Because sometimes I got a heater over there that makes a lot of noise, so but I can hear you just fine too. Cool. All right. We have entered the next realm.
Right. yeah, you know, you about to get it popping. Yeah, now you about to get it popping and shit. Yeah, I ain't even know nothing about this.
Check out my backdrop.
Dope. Yeah, that's dope. I just got in the shrooms too on my the day too.
Let's see if I can get the.
Yeah, I've been trying to find a connect for shrooms since it had to be since the late 90s.
Yeah, it's
but I just found a stable
I retired from those years ago. So knock yourself out, man. Just keep doing what you're doing, microdose. But hey, once you feel comfortable enough, maybe try chowing a whole eighth and sit back and enjoy the show. You know?
Yeah. I'm kind of worried though. Like I don't want to go too far too fast. So right now, like I do, I'll do a stem and a half a cap, and I mean, and just sit like a day or two before I do another one.
Like I said, you work your way up and you'll be just fine. Look at all of these things I can just show you now. All right, see, over the past week, I had the game leaf, the dark,
Okay, I ain't see that one. I haven't seen that yet.
No sweetness at all. Very nice. Let's see. Yesterday,
just like a straight tobacco.
Good old classic wild berry game leaf. Everybody loves them. You love them. We love them. I love them. I only got one good one. I only got one good one out of the 2-pack. The first one I tried to undo got completely disintegrated on me.
Yeah. I hate those.
One of my favorites, the zigzag vanilla. Absolutely love zigzag vanilla. Here's
I'll deal with that one.
Here's last week's empty.
And that's that EXO.
Nothing but the guts in here now, though. This is all from last week. Yesterday, I got one left in here. I love the cherry zigzags. And look what I can show you now. Look what I can show you.
Okay. All right. The lava cake. Oh, all right. And those are the Richard's remedies, right? Yeah. Oh, that's dope. I like that picture.
Wait.
That was from.
I'm trying to figure out the camera angles here. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. That way. Yep. There you go.
All right, so we got lava cake leftover from last week. Here's that super. Here's the super boof.
Super boof. Okay. All right. Yeah. Now. How was that? Was that one the more sativa or more indica?
I got one tiny nug left of this. This was on the sativa. This is actually a combo of black cherry punch and Tropicana cookies. So very flavorful.
Okay. Yeah.
Very terpene rich. Very. You can smell the cookies in it. It's very creamy and stuff. Next up, we got. Okay, this is this week's. This is a new one. The lava cake and disco jelly are this week's strains. Disco jelly.
Yeah, let me see. That's a little. That's the dude with shoulder pads on.
Let's see. Yeah, you said big lapels. It's a big lapels like a 70s leisure suit. These were good size. Good size nugs out of that one. That's a good.
Yeah,
smells pretty good. The disco jelly is a cross of monkey disco and apricot jelly. Is what makes disco jelly. And another leftover from last week. Well, actually, no, I went and got this on Wednesday. Just good old gelato. Here's the gelato jar. That's what
Yeah,
that
the
looks like.
gelato. Yeah, I remember seeing that
It's
ice
a funky thing. This is the stuff that from
jars
Richardson's,
online.
fragrant as hell. It smells like a fragrant swimming pool, almost like a chlorine. And this week's here's what the shatter comes in, these nice little thin plastic
Okay.
containers, and they also come with a
Yeah.
neat little collectible sticker as well. And I haven't
What's
gotten
that?
into
What
that
was that strain?
mimosa.
Okay.
I haven't
All right.
gotten I
So
haven't gotten
that's
into that
orange
yet.
juice.
I'm
That
still
was the
working
orange
on.
juice. It's
Check
like a
this. Check.
champagne.
Here's my dab dish. This is where all my dabs go. Is into this dish. And right now in this dish,
All
look how
right.
white that is. It's GMO crumble, but it looks more like an isolate. Look how freaking white. Look how white that is.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That shit look like diamonds or something.
So I've been hitting it. I've been hitting it in the middle with the dab straw. Look, you can
Right.
finally see my. Here's my nectar. Well, you saw me use my nectar collector when I was on Instagram.
Uh
Yeah. So that's here. I'll fire it
yeah.
up. I'll do a dab right now.
I still gotta get one of those. My homie um told me about this spot that sells electric ones that you know what I mean you can just
Here's the torch I use.
yeah that's yeah, my homie just told me about an electric one of those that you can smoke through. And he said that shit wasn't that much. I'm gonna have to check this shit out.
Ready for this? I'm holding it in. Holding it.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Smooth. And I could actually put
Yeah.
water in this. I don't bother because the water tends to get kind of nasty. So I just use it dry. I don't put any water in it.
Uh-huh.
See, this is the torch.
I
I
can't.
don't buy.
I haven't.
See, these are the
I
little
haven't took a
torches.
straight dab hit.
They try to sell you these torches in the store and stuff, and I'm like, nah, it ain't
Yeah.
gonna work. So just
I got
the good old automotive torch, it does the job.
one
It
of
literally
those little
speeds up.
torches. That shit went kaputs on me. That
It
little
literally
torch I got.
speeds up.
That shit like
Hey, we got this cool little stormtrooper sticker on the outside of the trigger.
yeah,
And
that's
you
dope.
see the sticker I have on my nectar collector is Otto holding a dab rig.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's what currently in use is the jade green wizard Gandalf.
Yeah, the green Gandalf. You still got the white one though, right?
No, the white one broke. I have a black one that is now back up for this one. And that's in the bathroom.
Oh.
Yeah, the
How did
white
the
one.
white one break?
The centers always punch out. The little center hole cracks and it punches out and it gets too big. My original Gandalf is this clunky, this big clunky. Look how thick and clunky this thing is. And the center
Mm-hmm.
of the center of that also blew out. This one's been retired for probably three years now. What a difference! Look at the thickness in the glass compared to
Yeah.
what Starfish Design can do. You know, it's such
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
delicate but strong at the same time. So.
Is it is the inside part it just heats up so much that it ends up just burning through?
Now, clean. It's when it breaks when I'm going at it with this. So I've learned to be extra careful. When I'm reaming out the center hole, if you're too
All right.
frisky with it, if you go at an angle in such a way, crack.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Mm-hmm.
you learn not to do that. Oh yeah, I also picked up. Here's a pre-roll tube. This is a cool strain. I had to look this up online. Very intriguing.
Eye
Pie
face?
face. Pie
All
face.
right. Yeah, I like
I
that
haven't
picture too.
I haven't smoked it yet either. There we go. So that's a dispensary pre-roll, half gram pre-roll right there. Whoop.
Yeah.
I actually got this free because I keep reusing the same bag over and over again. And you get a punch card.
What's good with you, demo? How far is you? You said you like 5 hours away from your destination.
So you have to put your jars and stuff in these big plastic Ziploc type bags here. And if you bring it back every
Yeah.
time and you use it over and over again, they put a punch in the card, and once the
Right.
card fills up, you get the free pre-roll. And that's how I got this yesterday. Is I had filled in one of these cards. So this
Yeah,
is the
got the punch. That's dope. That's
yeah.
dope. Like a Dunkin' Donuts reward program. That's yeah. That's
All,
dope.
all,
I dig that.
all for just reusing the same bag over and over again.
Yeah. That's dope.
Plus, I have points building. I also get points every purchase, and I have over, I think 15. I get $15 worth of points saved up for whatever. Whenever I feel like
Yeah. So
cashing.
and how
And
long? How can you just build that up? Let's say you build that up to like 300. You can then just
yeah,
cash out at one time.
yeah, you can
Yeah,
get
that's
an
dope.
ounce. Yeah, yeah. Look at this. I'm gonna take you and show you the grand the grand center masterpiece here. It's too bad I can't change the camera around, but I'll turn my light on and just face it backwards. But I'll crouch down so you can see it behind me. There it is. That's the rack of Richardson's
Okay.
jars. There's
Yeah.
close to 90 jars on that. 90 jars on each a different strain on that rack behind me. It's too bad I can't really zoom in on it because I wonder if I can change the camera around. No, it just shuts it off. I see. All right. And I also have a whole shitload of these are all empty doob tubes.
All right. And now do the corresponding doob tubes in the jars have the same picture? Like does the gelato doob
Yeah,
tube in the gelato?
yeah,
Okay. All right.
yes, yeah, yeah. But the cool thing about doob tubes is that a lot of weed comes in that isn't worthy, or they don't get enough of it to jar it up, so it all goes to all goes into pre rolls. So a lot of your
Yeah.
doob tube stickers are going to be unique. You're not going to find them on jars. So a lot of the doob tubes I've
Yeah.
got have stickers that have never been on jars. So it's kind of the cool reason to save the doob tubes and the jars, because a lot of the doob tubes aren't going to be the same as the jars. So I'll probably fire this up at some point this week. All
Let's say
right.
they get a limited run in.
Yeah.
They get a limited run in and they'll put them all. They'll yeah. All right. I'll deal with
Or
that.
the weed
That's
ends
dope.
up just
I gotta
not
come
being
up there,
good.
bro.
Or the weed just ends up not being good enough
Yeah.
for jars, and it all just goes to pre rolls, and that's the end of
Uh,
that.
I definitely gotta come up there when we do stone across the country, bro. I'm definitely me and my wife definitely coming up.
You can make it a combo camping, make it an event. Keep in mind that when you come up here, it'll be a deep woods adventure at the same time.
Yeah. And shit, yeah, I'll come up there. I bring a goddamn tent. I bring a tent and we can camp out for real. Cause I mean, I'm with the shit.
Look, right now is a good time of year to come up because the bugs have gone away for the year. Yeah, it can get a little cool at night, but you got apples to pick and stuff like that. And the squirrels are going crazy, so making a lot of
Yeah,
noise.
getting
It's
cool
all
at the
good.
night. Getting cool at night. You just gotta prep. Now I mean, you gotta dress for that. Dress for that. Now
Like right now, it's 62
I mean,
degrees
getting
out.
cold a little bit.
Would that be? It's 62 degrees out at 9:30, so it's which actually I think it stayed that way overnight. Believe it or not. Look,
Yeah. That,
I can see.
that's manageable and shit. Know what I mean, with a sleeping bag and some, know what I mean, decent know what I mean, sleeping clothes, you can deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm about to I'm gonna take some and come on and shit because my the way that I was that's the ball python.
One of them.
Is it albino?
No, no, she's a 4 gene. It's a 4 gene female. She's got the fire gene, the Enchi gene, the spider gene, and the pastel gene. So in short, she's called the fire bee Enchi. So
I had a ball python in the 90s shit, late 90s, early 2000.
yeah,
I
I'll
ended
show
up
you
having
what
to
that
give
one.
give it away.
I got one that looks like what one you got. This is a normal. This is a normal ball
Yeah,
python. Yeah,
yeah, that's how mine look. Yep.
yeah. This guy only cost $75. That's all normal ones should cost.
I had got mine because a fiend had came through, know what I mean, with some shit for sale on a
Yeah,
block one day. And now I
yeah.
mean is that they have for sale. Now niggas was buying like microwaves and TVs from him and shit. And I seen the snake. Now let me get the snake from him. You know, it cost me like, know what I mean, two like stones and shit. But like, yeah, I was the only one that was like, let me get that. Everybody else wanted electronics and shit. Like he had all kinds of shit that day. Came down
He's
that
actually
bitch
on
in
a
the
hunger.
U-Haul.
He's actually on a hunger strike right now. He hasn't eaten in a couple of months, but they get that way. That's just the way they are.
Mm-hmm. They could go sometime in between.
The key is to not panic. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, rock on. What's cool about this too is that when we get like a musical idea, not only can we express the words to you, but we can also express like any phrasing ideas. You know what I've had in my head lately is a sequel to Blunt Smoke, but it's called Blunt Roach, which would be the natural sequel to Blunt Smoke, is Blunt Roach. And it would almost
yeah,
have the same
yeah,
you could
yeah,
almost do you could almost do the same song and the same melody line and everything. It would be, instead of Blunt Smoke, it would be Blunt Roach, and it's what you smoke when you
yeah.
broke. And I already have one line already in my head. It's what you smoke when you broke, Blunt Roach. It's what you
Um,
smoke when you
I
broke.
was
It's
just
what you smoke when you
I was
broke.
on I was on. We had found another kind of like psychedelic, not like a funkadelic kind of beat. Oh, let me see if I can pull this bitch up real quick.
Good God.
Let's see where the hell I put that shit at.
I got a roach in here. I got all kinds of roaches. I got almost enough roaches to roll a roach blunt.
Yeah, I got like four sitting right here. Once I finish this swisher, I might put me
There they
one
go.
together.
I gotta light up this roach so I go, Blunt Roach. It's what you smoke when
Yeah.
you broke. It's what you smoke when you broke. It's hard to say. It's what you smoke when you broke, Blunt Roach.
Well, I can't find this goddamn beat. I'm gonna try. Let me look and see if I can find.
Oh, that's too bad. I'm gonna put that out. Oof. I could slowly over time show you my 22 clipper. I've got 22 clipper lighters in this container.
They all different.
They're all either
Okay.
weed themed or psychedelic, or they have some stupid. Yeah, here's his. For some reason, this one came part as a four. I brought sexy back, and it came part as a 4-pack of other. See, here's a good one. Look at that.
Oh yeah, the booty, the sud joint. Yeah. I like that. Oh,
A
drippy,
melting
drippy,
skull.
drippy skull. Yeah, drippy skull. That was dope.
Here's one. Here's one that came with that other. I brought sexy back. It says get your own.
yeah.
There's a good little Jamaican themed one there.
Okay, roster weed lighter. Yep.
These Royal Blunt sent me two of these.
Okay. Yeah, I had got some blunts from them. They had sent me a couple to do reviews with. That's dope. I think I might got that one.
Another weed one.
And what I like about those clipper lighters is they're all refillable.
Not only are they refillable, they're reflintable. Just like an old, you pull the you pull the center out.
Yeah, and it's a blunt poker.
And then you take the bottom off, and the spring comes out, and you can put a new flint in. So they're endless. They never, ever have to be replaced.
Yeah.
As long as you got the parts.
That's what I like though.
As long as you got the parts kicking around, which I do. I have here's my backup pack of flints.
Flints? Yeah.
Which is really all you need. And I've got a can of the stuff around here someplace. Yeah, check out this little yin yang action on that one.
Yin yang. Yeah, yin yang with the little tie-dye splash.
This one's some sort of just green and orange floral.
I thought it was graffiti at first. When we first put it, I thought it was graffiti and it was spelling something. But what is it supposed to be? Like orange slices or flowers, maybe?
Flower petals is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Straight up single leaf. Oh, here you go.
okay, UFO joint, yeah.
No, those are shrooms.
No, those are shrooms. Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. I see. What it looked like at first was like, you know what I mean? Those was tractor beams. Yeah, that's what it looked like at first and shit. But then I mean, once you had spun it, and I can see the gills of the shroom. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, here's the second royal blunt one. Oh, this one's cool. This one's got some eyes on stalks.
Eyeball flowers. Yeah, eyeball flowers with that Saturn in the back.
Yeah. This one
that's psychedelic spider web. That is psychedelic Spider Man.
This was my first one. Yeah, a raw black. Oh, look at this! A bright orange, and it's just this bizarre thing with a little smiley face inside.
Is that supposed to be like a sun? That's supposed to be like a sun with a big radiation joints. What does that say? My fucking lighter.
Here's I actually have two of these, so that's my second one of that one, and that's it. Except for one I've got out on the porch. It's just this one, and it's just blank. Well, actually, there's a faint sort of thing in the center, but
yeah, that's like a sun on like a psychedelic background.
Yeah. So yeah, I've gotten these from a company called 1% online, and they sell them in 4-packs. So cheap that I just can't deny myself whenever a new series comes out.
Yeah. And I was thinking of starting to collect them clippers because again I like those lighters. They have decent weed themed lighters and them shits you can keep refilling them.
Some of them can be temperamental.
My plan was like the way you got your jars. The way you got your jars set up was to set up like a shelf to put all the lighters and shit up there.
That rack that those jars are on is actually an old magazine. What you can't see from the angle that I showed you of that rack is it's actually a wide it's wide. It's wide and at an angle, and the slots that those jars are sitting on top of are actually deep, and it's meant to hold magazines. It's an
Yeah,
old,
okay. Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
an old, it's an old like library institutional style magazine rack, and the jars just happen to sit on the top of the edge of the lip. I used to hold albums in it. It's perfect for holding records. So that's what I had
Uh-huh.
it. But now it makes a perfect jar rack. But I'm running out of room, so now I'm double. I've completed the entire rack, so now jars are being doubled up. So that's the next. So there'll eventually be 160 different, which that may never happen because I am finally coming down to the stuff that like
Uh-uh.
this week's lava cake and disco jelly. These have been for sale for a couple of months now, and I've been avoiding them because they just don't rank in the top when I go there and I do my sniff tests. These ones always just
Yeah.
I always get put them back. But this week I was like, no, I got to start checking some of these off the list just for the fact that I just haven't had them yet. It's surprising. This is what I'm smoking right now in the bowl is this lava cake. And it may not put off that strong of a smell, but
What's
taste and
good, Cam?
potency,
Yo,
taste and potency wise, lava cake is a okay. It is a
yeah.
good one.
My
It really
homie, my
is.
homie had some lava cake like a couple months ago. Well, again, I'm on the black market and shit. So you know what I mean? These niggas that say to me that you know what I mean they got ABC, you know what I mean? I just gotta take their word for it. But my homie said he had some lava cake and that shit smoked pretty smooth. That shit, yeah, yeah. I was
It's a
mad when he was out of it.
I just looked it up. It's a combination of it's cherry pie and god damn it, I can't remember it now. I can't look it up now that I'm on here, but it's a combo of cherry pie and something else. Oh no, maybe it's not cherry. It's something in grape pie. That's what it is. It's something crossed with grape pie that makes lava cake. I can't remember what though.
Hey, yo, Cam,
It-
that
it-
link I just put in the joint, Cam. That's a link to get is on, bro. You can click on that. Now, I mean, set up your cam and your mic and shit. Jump in with us.
yeah, I had to switch over to a group to Google Chrome because I normally go through DuckDuckGo for everything,
Yeah,
and DuckDuckGo shuts off your for your own privacy. It shuts off your camera and your
yeah,
microphone.
yeah, yeah. Duck, duck, go
So
is
I
to
actually had to
kind of
just
like keep your
yeah
shit. Now, I mean, private.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I actually just had to shut off my DuckDuckGo and go back into Google Chrome to do this, which is well worth it, man. I've been waiting to be able to do this for a long. This is going to take shit to a next level, man. This is going to take your
yo,
life.
when you
Now
told
through
me
the free
when you told
package,
me last week when you told me last week that this was available, right? I did it right away. That
yeah.
morning, I woke up with a fucking strike, and I was like, "Fuck, bro," because like you know what I mean. I was like, "Fuck, bro," because like I mean, we was getting ready to do this shit.
But through the free package, you only get a certain amount of hours usage per month for through the free package, I believe. Right? But it's still quite a bit, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like 20 hours a month or
it's
something?
like yeah, 20 hours a month for free and shit. Which you know what I mean, we can make that work and shit. You
Which
know what
is
I
a
mean?
lot.
Because
Man. I don't,
I'll go on regular stream and shit and still do the regular joint for like releasing the album. And then I mean, we'll
I
still
was gonna
jump in and
say,
do
man,
these
I
and
don't
shit.
want to be. I'm thinking I'm gonna come on once a week. I'm not gonna be on here every time you come on live. I don't want to freaking because I'm gonna run out of shit. I'm gonna run out of shit to be excited. I'm only gonna think about it. I'm only gonna have new shit to show you on Fridays anyway. So let's plan on
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Let's plan on. Let's plan. I will come and visit once a week.
We can do
Anytime.
like Fridays would be the big group stream and shit. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then yeah, and do that shit like that. And then sometimes during the week and shit, I'll try to get like one or two people on just to know what I mean talk and know what I mean chat with them. We'll make the shit
Keep
work
that
that you know what I mean. We ain't gotta put money.
just to keep it under
Will
the
be a
free.
time where I have to pay in. Know what I mean?
That's what. Yeah, just keep it track of it, keep it under the free limit, and I'll come on anytime you want. So if nobody else is on when you're live and you're using live stream, oh come on, Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get this shit. We'll get this shit jumping
Eventually
and
I'll
shit
grab
because I like interacting. I
my
like
guitar and
interacting
my
with
amp.
everybody and shit.
My guitar and my amp are out on the porch. I can drag those inside this winter, and I can jam some riffs and stuff, and we
Okay.
can come
Okay,
up with
we can have a decent jam sessions, some decent writing sessions and everything.
whenever you have a vision in your mind for some stuff that involves a guitar riff oriented song. I can probably supply those riffs. So
Yeah, I'm
like
actually
even
thinking of trying to put together a whole like rock album and shit. Like yeah, a whole like rock album, probably for like album like 70. Still a couple albums away because I'm thinking of the concept totally. It's still going to be a weed album, but I want that shit to be yeah 10 songs of just rock alternative music. No raps on there. No, I mean no raps on there. A whole album with no raps on there because I haven't done it yet. Like I've like all my albums, like yeah, I haven't done it yet. So that's just one thing I'm trying to get to.
yep,
I might even try to do a whole album of ballads and shit too.
yep, a whole bunch of songs dedicated to the old lady.
I keep telling my homie, I keep telling my homie if I can find the right kind of opera music, I'll try to write an opera. Know what I mean? And even if I can just get one
Yes,
song where I mean I'm doing some opera shit. Know what I mean? I'll be happy. But I just haven't found the right music yet.
similar to an opera would be what they call a concept album, which is a story from beginning to end, broken up into songs, which is
Yeah.
basically an
Kind of
opera.
like well,
Lots of rock
I
albums are
did the
like that.
I did the trilogy, which was the three songs on 3 albums and shit, which was the story of Benji Jones and shit. And that was a whole like story of a dude going through selling weed and shit from
Yeah,
now I mean childhood to becoming a kingpin and shit. Um I want to kind of like redo some shit like that. Or there were still characters in that story that didn't have no is take some of those other characters and do spin-offs of that universe and shit.
there you go. It's a nice day. Not a cloud in the sky right now.
Hmm. Yeah, that look northern. Like, see, I don't see those down here. I don't see no more evergreens, none of that shit.
Yeah, what you're looking at, right? Those are huge Those are huge old maple trees. I'm gonna spin around. There's an apple tree. Let's get some apples. See,
Now,
that's my old garage. Well, I call it a carriage house because it was actually built before they were automobiles, so they were built to
you're
hold
right.
horse carriage. So I call it a carriage house.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's some apples up in that sucker.
That maple tree you showed me, does it still? Can you tap it and get maple
Yes, I did a few years ago. I
liquid
tapped
from
all
it?
three. I tapped all three of them, but it takes so much maple. It takes like 4 gallons. It takes like 4 gallons of sap. I think the ratio is 4 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup. There goes
Okay,
my
now
neighbor.
when I was in
That was
PA, I remember them tapping they right on the Susquehanna River in Pennsylvania. There's some maple trees. So every February, like when the sap would run, they would tap it.
hmm
They told me that the ratio was more like I think they said some shit like 40 gallons to like
That could
one.
be.
Like the shit
I
was
think.
shit
I think it is. I think you're right. I think it is 40 to
ridiculous
one.
to where it's like
So
not
yeah.
like how many fucking trees you gotta tap? They fucking get that shit.
Oh, here comes the bird club. Here comes the resident bird club. Did you just hear that? Oh, there he goes. There goes a raven. He's flying by right now. He was just squawking. He's like, what,
I
what?
haven't seen a raven. I haven't seen a raven since I was up north. I think I seen one down here, but I'm not sure. Like what I seen was a big black bird that was definitely bigger than a crow.
Yeah.
It had like a little tough on its beak. So I'm pretty sure
and you look for the really glossy,
I
slick
just
tail.
can't. I don't believe they're down here.
In the sunlight, their wings look like they're covered in oil. They have the glossy. They're way more glossy than crows are. So that's a huge, and just they're just massive too. So here's some more behind me.
Yeah,
Those are all apple trees. All apple trees behind me up on the slope there.
and those are the what did you
There
call
goes
those
my
apples?
mailman.
The
There goes my mailman. Ready? That was my
he
mail.
flying, yeah, he flying down.
Yeah, because I hardly ever get any mail, so it's not. He doesn't have to stop much. And let's see if I walk over here to the north. Well, this is the north end of my yard. I choose not to mow, so behind me is all overgrown with like goldenrod stuff. It really kind of most people would consider this. It makes the yard really look kind of run down and nobody lives here, kind of. But I do mow immediately in front of the house, so there is, most of it. And there's the dead car.
All the
The
extra
dead
shit.
car.
Do y'all get honeysuckles? You get
No,
honeysuckles up there?
no, that's not hardy enough to live at these temperatures.
Okay,
I
okay,
get
yeah, that's too far north.
I get these nasty ass burdock. When I say burdock, this is what I'm talking about with burdock. Whoop, I just walked through a web. These these are these are burdocks. They stick to you
Okay,
when you walk by them.
yeah,
They stick to you like glue, and they get caught up in your hair. And oh yeah, they're a real pain in the ass. But I let them
yeah.
grow.
Those was
I
in
let them
Pennsylvania too.
I let them grow. Yeah, I let them grow all through the yard because in the wintertime, the wild turkeys come through and they'll pick at these little things. And inside these pods are full of seeds, and the seeds fall out when they peck at them. And these great big ass turkeys live all winter long on these little tiny black seeds.
Yeah,
so, so it brings,
yeah. That's crazy.
yeah. So they got nothing else to eat up here. That's down where there would be. There's no oak trees up here, so there's no acorns. Turkeys usually eat acorns.
Right.
I've been told, and they also eat the apples on the ground. They love pecking at the frozen apples, but then once they get buried in snow, they don't. They dig
Yeah,
down a little bit.
they
They'll scratch like chickens. They'll scratch on the ground just like chickens do. Hey, come on, get out of there! She's eating cat shit. The cats come out here and shit. It's so fun. She'll eat. Get it. Come on. Get away from there. It's disgusting. Such a disgusting habit dogs have. It's terrible. Ah, ugh. Anyway,
how many cats run the area? Like is there like wild moles and that type of shit?
I just have two cats myself. Ranger. Here's Ranger right here. He's a big guy. He's a big tuxedo boy here. There he is.
Okay,
Hey,
yeah,
big guy.
yeah, yeah.
Check out
Oh,
that
oh
tail.
God, yeah, he's a big boy. I always wanted a cat that big. My
Check out,
cat won't get that big. Like
look at the damn tail.
so he can't get swole like that. But I always
Look at the
wanted a big cat.
look at the tail.
Yeah, that little ring on there.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? How rare is that? I mean, how genetically freakish is that? That's just insane. Will you stop squirming around and get rid of this guy? Oh no. Oh, there we go. Trying to get him to hold still so he'll
Yeah, since I let him outside and shit,
he's a big tuxedo,
he ain't
what they
gonna get
call it.
big. But I had a friend in PA named Derek who had a cat that was it was the fattest cat I ever seen, bro. He was fucking fat. That
Big
cat could barely
squish.
even walk. Shit.
Yeah, he doesn't do much. He lounges more than any. It's a, he's a lounger. Aren't you big
Yeah,
squish, big big squish. Where's the dog?
he's a
She's
big boy
usually
cat.
standing. The dog usually does this. She stands at the door and is like, "Can I go inside now?" Sweetie, come here. Yeah. She's like something. She's got some hound
How
in her,
old is she?
possibly a little pit bull. I think she's 9. She's about 9.
All right.
She hates the summertime though because the thunder. She looks up at the sky and she hears stuff and then she runs and lays in the tub. She hides in the tub. So she's a tub hider
Mm-hmm.
when the weather is unsettled. So she'll let me know before I even know there's something coming. So if she gets up, looks up, and runs to the tub, I know that there's a thunderstorm coming.
Yeah, there's a storm about to come through.
She's a weather dog. I don't know. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a weather dog. Oh, it's nice out today. Super nice. Yeah, in the direct sun, that's one of
I
those things. 100.
I get ready to go to work yesterday. I get to work. My damn car's overheating and shit. Um, I'm like, fuck, I gotta figure out something to do. Luckily, one of my coworkers and shit is a mechanic and shit.
Yeah.
So my boss calls him over. He says that my thermostat's fucked up.
Oh,
So we
yep.
go get the pieces to replace my thermostat and shit. So while we
Yeah, that's a cheap fix. That's
I'm
good.
dealing with the radiator and shit, and I see that my radiator got like a little hole in that bitch. So we replaced both thermostats and the radiator yesterday in front of my job, just so I could work. I ended up at my job from 11 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock at night, fucking delivering pizzas just to fucking make up the money and shit that I had to spend.
Right. Yeah. Now that you depend on the car is your tool of trade, and that's
Yeah,
good shit.
that bitch
Good.
running because that right now is how I make my money and shit.
Yes, exactly. And you're good that you
But
live in
but
it.
tips last night was good though. So now I mean I'm glad about that. I gotta go out tonight and shit and still try to make
Good.
another $100 or so.
Good. Yeah, that's good. That what is it called? Gig. It's that gig economy that really gets people. Yeah, I mean it's really cool. I actually up here I see one Uber car. There is DoorDash because when I'm hanging out in Dunkin' Donuts on Fridays when I'm done shopping, uh, there's all kinds of two or three people come in and grab DoorDash stuff, and it's a small,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and this is not by any means Presque Isle where Walmart and Dunkin' Donuts are. It's not a big city. It's just a big old strip mall kind of town. It's not, but it's
Yeah.
still just enough businesses and people there for a handful of people to do some DoorDash business. So it's
That's
amazing.
how it is here. Lehigh Acres. I mean, Lehigh Acres is big. It's a
Yeah,
big suburb. So like there's a lot of people here, but there's not a lot of businesses. All the businesses are kind of like in one little spot and shit. So
it's
you'll
a bit,
get people door dashing from a little spot. So what most door dashers do here is they'll all go to where, the McDonald's, the Wendy's, all that type of shit is, and I mean they'll sit there because all the orders come from there. So what I mean, you get them, drive out, go back, drive out, go back, drive out, go back, and yeah, in like 4 or 5 hours and shit, you make decent amount of money and shit.
that's pretty cool. You've also got little restaurants. Well, I can't call them restaurants, but you got the places like you got the wing stops and shit like that down there too.
Yeah, right.
Just
Yeah,
takeout, so and none of that there isn't any of that stuff up here, so that must help drive that kind of business. The delivery business in itself is just having places like Wingstop where it's all just takeout, shit like that.
yeah. Where you can't go near and sit down and eat and shit.
Right. Yep. Absolutely. But right. That's
I'm
what you
about to
smoke when
roll
you're
up these roaches, get these roaches out my face and
Yeah,
shit.
we're hitting the hour mark here. That's cool. They got a timer on this live 54 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, this I like this program because even though like I can do it
Yeah,
like
see,
this. Let's see where we
this
can.
is this is what this is going to be handy for is that we can react to shit together. This is what this
Right,
because
yeah,
we're gonna run out of shit to shoot the breeze about. You know, we're gonna have moments of dead
right,
silence where we're just like, you know. So we need to be more organized as far as what we get on here and chat about. That's for sure. We need to know. We
right.
need to know.
And
We
then
need to know what.
cause I'll pull up we react to. We can do that. I'll pull up. I'm still trying to get into those old 1960s, 70s drug joints and all those type of shit where we can, know what I mean, sit and, know what I mean, watching that type of shit. So like, it's
Yeah,
still a lot of content and shit, you know what I mean, that we can all sit here and watch together and, know what I mean, and chop it up about.
you could
So I like,
redo.
I like, I like the way that this program works.
You could even redo some of the stuff that you did a few years back, but with guests, but now with guests
Right.
and interaction.
Yeah.
You know? So you could go back through your old stuff and just repost some of that shit, but with other people watching with you. Some of the
Right.
some
I
of the
think, I, I think this will help grow the channel with the more interactions with people and shit, and more people will be, know what I
it's
mean,
not
not
gonna
only
hurt.
seeing them, yeah, want to jump in and shit, and know what I mean, and chop it up too.
It's certainly not gonna hurt. That's for sure. Blunt Roach.
I had found this one song. Let me pull this up. It's a song I recorded. It's a sample on here. I don't know where the sample is from, but it's dope. I call it Springtime. Hold on.
Springtime.
When I think of you, my heart remembers.
Da, 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 da.
Never had, we never had, just me and you. When I think of you, I remember springtime. That was when we fell in love. That was when we fell in love. Just me and you. When I
Biggest bag around was always mine. Who's always rolling up blunts two at a time? Who's always up in the clouds getting they flaps in? Every time we open a cigar, we put some dabs in. Didn't have access to all of that back then, but it was still 2 blunts at a time, even back then. Faded, find me in the sky, cause I always be up. They say too, you always smoking all the weed up. And my reply to that always be up. They say I smoke too much, I say fair enough. Little stony, always got blunts and bags of fire on me. First thing I do is get blazed in the morning, and all day long what I do is keep going. They say that my habit is worse than it should. They must not be hitting all herbs that's this good. Rare strains I done searched all through the hood. Since I don't smoke with Hoovers, I think no one else should. Certified stony, pothead veteran. All I get is chronic. That's still my medicine. All day floating. Don't hit the set. Me is this the evidence?
just me and you.
I had found that sample the other day. I do not know where that song is from. Do you know what that song is?
Nope, never heard of it. Never heard of it. And they didn't credit it on the sample?
No. And like when I'm looking for beats, like a lot of these producers won't put where they got
Search the
just the
key,
lyrics and
search the keywords of the chorus. If you searched
that's I
YouTube
try I tried to
with
search I tried to Google, you know what I mean, that first couple bars as lyrics, and it,
yeah.
it didn't take me to anything. So
Oh,
there may be another set of words uh to do it.
yeah. Try any take out any of the words that get repeated the most out of that song and Google them, and you're bound to come up with. I mean, unless it's an unpublished song that was created just for that sample.
But I'm thinking it may be an underground song that I mean they just happen to find and shit.
It may be a fresh song that was made to sound old too.
Yeah. What's good, Keith? Oh,
Up on it, Keith.
there's a link in the chat, right? That's a link to the stream that me and Wiz is on. Um, if you click on it on your phone and go through Google Chrome and follow the prompts and shit, you can cam up with me. I'm trying to see your garden. If you want to show me it. Now I mean I'm trying to see what you got and how you brought them bitches back. I remember you said you had that power problem.
Power crop.
Then Keith, what he say? He went on vacation or something, or he had to step away from the crib or something for a couple of weeks, and his shit was getting ready to die. But he said he was able to bring him back to life.
All right, I'm gonna try the disco jelly for the first time right here on the live feed. Here we go.
All right,
That's a good sized nug out of the jar.
yeah, that look like some flame too. Is it some purple in there?
No,
Really, Keith?
just some orange, a little bit of orange. I think it's coming off that way on camera. I see what you're saying. It looks purple and blurry. All
Yeah.
right, I'm breaking it up. It smelled good. It smelled good in bud form. Now I'm going to break it up, bring it in for the sniff test. Oh yeah, there's some sweetness coming off of that. Holy cow! Going into the bowl.
Keith, you got the plans to get back healthy. Like you didn't lose not one of them. Save 16 out of 24. Okay, that's dope. Yeah, that's dope. No, I mean that's over half. Yeah, that's dope.
Wow, that
Feel
passes
like
the
what I
test.
mean. You wouldn't lose any of them, but yeah, to be able to save 16 out of 24 after 13 days of not being able to not mean give them nothing. That's yeah, that's a good turnout. That hit crazy with.
That tastes this it tastes incredible. 2 thumbs up on the taste. Holy cow! And as I said before, it's a cross of monkey disco and apricot jelly. And monkey disco, you can't. There's nothing on it as far as the genetics, but apricot jelly is basically a couple of strains that came out tasting like apricot jelly. So you can imagine that
Yeah.
this is a very fruity. I'm getting some massive
Fruity, fried, fragrant, yeah. Yeah, I kind of like the fruitier kind of weed taste. Well, like my favorite is the diesel. Like if I can get some sour diesel from the 90s and shit. Then the next is the limonene pinene. If I can get the limonene terpene, like that lemon taste, that'll be my second. But then the fruity kind of flows like that. Then it'll be let's say like the earthier tones that just smell like
floral.
growth,
Good,
weed growth
good,
shit.
good floral and sweet is the gelato. That is the floral. It's got so many different dimensions to the terpene profile that you can come up with 5 or 6 ways of describing gelato. At least when it comes in, at least when it smells like this. I've had other gelatos that don't reek as much, but wow, this disco jelly
Yeah,
is something else.
I had recently got some of that GMO shit too. And that shit, I like that. I like that a lot.
I wish this tasted like GMO, even though it says it's GMO crumble, but there's no all of the terpenes have been like I said, it looks and acts like an isolate. When an isolate ends up coming out like a white
Yeah,
powder.
yeah. That's why when you showed it to me, I thought it was diamonds, and it looked like all the terpenes was pressed out of it. Like that's
Yeah,
that's that's how it gets that clear. They
as
keep pressing
as a,
and pressing and pressing that shit.
as opposed to the mimosa, where you can clearly see even through the parchment, it's got some color. It's got some color to it.
Yeah, yeah,
I can't
yeah,
take it. It's in a million pieces, so I'm not unwrapping it until I need to.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Until you about to use it, 'cause that shit gonna fall all over the place.
Well, I'll
Keith,
have to.
that's
I'll dump it. I'll dump it in the dish when it
'90s
comes time.
piney dank. I remember that, Keith. I remember getting bags of weed and that shit smelling just like evergreen trees. Also from the '90s, what I liked was the fucking skunk that was around. The shit that you would open up and it smelled just like a damn skunk spray. Now I don't find that no more. I'm not to say that it's not around. I just haven't found it around me. But that's some
GMO is
shit
really
I'm looking forward to.
GMO is the closest thing to skunk modern. To me, GMO is modern skunk, and or just plain funk. A weed that deliberately smells like dirty socks is the closest you're going to get to
Right,
skunk in the you know because skunk
right.
is the natural.
When I had got that GMO shit, and I said that to my wife, I said this shit smell like feet. It smelled like
Yeah,
feet, but it doesn't
yeah.
smell offensive. It's not offensive, but it smelled like fucking feet.
And the cool thing is the taste isn't anything like the smell. GMO has a taste that isn't anything
Right,
like.
but it's still strong and powerful enough.
Yeah, GMO kicks your ass.
Yeah, I like that because I've had put that shit in a grape Swisher Sweet, and I did not taste the Swisher Sweet. And the grape Swisher Sweet will cover up most weeds. Like if your weed don't have enough terps, grape Swisher Sweet is not what you want to smoke because you're only gonna taste the cigar. But that GMO is strong enough to stand on top of the grape Swisher Sweet.
It sure is. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just did a couple blunt reviews. I did this blunt called a Kush herbal wrap. Um lemonade. Pretty decent shit. That review gonna come out in like 2 weeks. Uh
Cool.
the dragon fruit is coming out Monday, and then
Yep.
the Swisher Sweet legend is gonna come out after that.
Zigzag has a dragon fruit. They had it sitting on the shelf, but I skimmed over it and went for a classic instead. But yeah, Zigzag has a dragon fruit, but it's not hemp. Obviously, it's tobacco. It's the
Yeah.
tobaccos.
Zigzags is my shit. I think there's a couple that I still have to do. I'm not sure if I did the orange one. I know
They had that. Did they have that one there? They had all kinds of. They got the island. They get the mango. They even got blueberry there, which is usually sold out. All kinds of flavors. Like check this out. Here's the.
hold on, Keith. You say is that what you do? Is that what you got right now? You said you got some burger, 9 pound hammer, 9 pound hammer. When I
That's
was
good
when I
stuff.
was researching weed strains, originally for this channel, that's what I was doing originally. Just searching weed strains and just strains that I didn't have access to. So I was getting going through like Leafy, Seeds.com, a whole bunch of different blogs, compiling all the information and just giving the information that was the same. Because a lot of them will say some shit, and there'll be one blog will say one thing that none of the other ones will. But then they'll all will say the same shit. So that if they say the same shit, I'll take the consensus as that's true about it, and I'll report it. 9 pound hammer was one strain that description of it made me like I have to find this. Every person I know that sells weed, I ask them, can they get that shit? Nobody has been able to get it.
I can't remember if I've had it in concentrate form or bud form, but I know it's come through at some point over the years.
Yeah, that's just one I can't find. Like, there's a couple strains that if I ever find them, or like Eric Rockenberger's Super Strain. He's a producer, a weed producer from like the 70s or something, and he took 6 land race strains and created one super strain. That's this weed. I've never come across it, but if I can find it, I'm gonna try it. But yeah, 6 land race strains combined into one dank and shit. I'm trying to get into breathing, and now I mean do all kinds of shit. I found this other sample though. With let me let you hear this last joint real quick. This is Try Me. This is the one I recorded this yesterday. Um, and I don't know where this song came from neither.
Try me. Why don't you try me? If I'm affected by the moon above, then try me. Come on and try me. Don't you know my heart beats as strong as I? When I'm thrilled about the warmth of your touch, baby, don't you know my soul's on fire, and I need your loving so much.
Whenever I'm stressed out, I pull some stress out. I open my wings up and I let them stretch out. Go to where the clouds is, way above the trees. Always had the loudest and the biggest. Was going to re-up the fastest. When I grab this on, twist up when I have it. Weed kept me cool through my history of roughness. All of these smoke inhales help me deal with the numbness.
If you really want to know, I can stand your brand of love. Try me. Why don't you try me? If you want to know if I'm affected by the moon above, then try me. Come on, then try me.
Every rough patch got a fresh batch. Rolling up one and the smoke in the air and a fresh mind with it. One thing that gets me mad is when Hoovers try to hit it. Who introduced me to flame? JC Corn did it. It is a habit I developed, or was I born with it? I'm constantly opening up blunts and trying to put more in it. These deep inhales help with the absorbing it.
My heart beats strong as I. When I feel I want of your touch, baby, don't you know my soul's on fire? And I need and try and try me tonight. I want you
I've been putting smoke up in the air for decades, and it not from the essays. Now I get dank from niggas who go techniques are the best ways. And since I met Mary, that increased my number of best days.
if you really want to know, I can stand your brand of love. Try me. Why don't you try me? If you want to know if I'm affected by the moon above, then try me. Come on and try me. Don't you know my heart beats as strong as I? When I'm thrilled about the warmth of your touch, baby, don't you know my soul's on fire? So much.
That's the last joint I recorded. I find it right when I'm smoking these spliffs. These shits seem to burn fast as fuck. Like
Why do you
yeah,
think
Jay
that is?
Jay seem to burn fast. I get a pack of these raws, right, and it says that there's 32 leaves in here. Only 2 days. So it's either like these don't really have 32, or smoking them more than smoking more than I really think I am.
I just got crappy. I use the crappy club papers that come with my drum tobacco. But I don't ever roll J's because, well, when I smoke once, I try to keep it to like once or twice a week. Because really smoking this way, I take a hit, I cap the bowl, and I'm telling you, the difference between this and this is double.
Yeah,
It's double. Consumption wise, if I was to just smoke blunts, my weed consumption would be double. And I'm
right,
getting,
right, 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 right.
I'm getting just as high. I don't mean to, and I'm not shitting on blunts because here I am. I'm still smoking blunts, but just not. I just can't. I can't keep up with the. It's for people that can afford it.
Well,
I can say it.
I used
I
to
can say
think
it. Smoking blunts is for people that
I
can
used to
afford it.
think that I used to think that there was a difference in the level of high I would get smoking a blunt versus smoking a J, right? But since I stopped smoking cigarettes and I start smoking spliffs uh in between I smoke more spliffs than I smoke blunts
Yeah,
cigarettes because I still get a
split.
little bit of tobacco
Your,
in without
your
having to smoke
splits are
cigarettes.
your splits have taken the place of your cigarettes. So that's your middle. That's your. See what I've done by going back. See, I've basically gone back to smoking cigarettes, but I'm smoking drum. I'm hand rolling them, so I'm only probably smoking 2 or 3 a day tops. But I can get a
Yeah,
$10 pouch. A $10 pouch of tobacco gets me from Friday to Friday. So
right, right, right.
what it's done is it's separated the tobacco away from the weed, except for once or a couple of times a week. Where before, because I was combining, what I found, and this is all just personal. This is from personal experience. I found myself just lighting up blunts like they were cigarettes. Like I was starting to treat blunts. I was starting to smoke 3 or 4 blunts a day, which I cannot, which you can do, but I cannot. Financially. So I had to just be
Well,
like, no,
shit.
that ain't
Well,
happening.
see,
So I've been,
I've actually I don't see my wife don't think my habit has slowed down, but I think my habit has slowed down. Because I was
you,
smoking when I was smoking exclusive blunts. I was smoking them the same way I smoke these. These I don't even put like a third of the weed that I put in a blunt in these.
like
Um,
last time we talked about consumption, you mentioned that you figure you were going through a half every 4 days, and this was a while ago.
um,
This was back when you were working and traveling full time and stuff like that. So
yeah.
this was
Now
we're talking
I
we're talking
still
like
buy about that same amount. I still buy about
yeah.
that same amount. But the difference is every time I re-up, I'm not down as far. So I'm kind of like inadvertently stockpiling my weed because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
keep adding like I'm never empty. So I keep adding a half.
yeah.
Now I'm not saying that when I get like eventually I'll end up buying a half and I'll have an ounce because I'm going to keep buying. I'm going to keep adding to
Mhm.
it. But that shit may be 7 months down the line. Because it's not like I'm saving. No, I mean a quarter every time but it may be an extra gram. Now I mean an extra gram every time, and I mean it's so often it's just gonna go.
Or even a tiny little nug. This, I managed to save this from last week, so that's pretty sweet. And it's just a tiny. If I broke that up, it would be a half a bowl pack. But hey, a nug's a nug,
Yeah,
And I was able to set it
yeah,
back.
yeah.
And this gelato I got on
And like
Wednesday, so I can't really count that because it was just Wednesday that I got it on. So, but
and then like let's say like that whole shelf you had, if that whole shelf you had just saved like one little piece of all of them, like you know what I mean, it'll add up to with like a big bag at the end. You know what I mean? So like that's
Yeah, it's too bad I didn't. What I do though,
Keith, you say
any of those that come with any seed, if a seed comes in any of those jars, the seed goes back in the jar. That way, the seed is
yeah,
matched with its strain
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
stored in the jar that it came in. So that's pretty. And there's a
Yeah.
couple.
And you know what?
There's a
If I
couple.
find if I find seeds in any of the dank I get, like if I'm like, cause I only get flame shit, so now and shit. If I get
It
some
should be.
poop
It
weed and shit,
should be a rare thing. And now, when you do, you're actually
if I get a
excited
seed in
because
any of the weed I get, I save that shit.
right.
But I saved them all in one big ass jar. So I have a jar of a bunch of different seeds from a bunch of different strains. So I don't know what none of them are. Now
You
my
notice?
plan is once I'm able to grow, is to just
Yeah.
plant them and grow them. Just
Yeah.
plant them and grow them and see what comes up. But I'm not going to be able to say this is this, this is this, this is this. I mean, yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to say what is what because there's no way for me to know.
And, I'm usually 50%, at least 50% of them are probably going to be male because you don't know if they've been, seeds that just come out of bud. You don't know if they've been feminized or not. So
Right.
some of those seeds are going to be male. So that's gonna help in your elimination process right there.
Keith, you told me that you got. Keith, you told me you got a spreadsheet of everything that you got. You say you can source anything. Is it shit too? Are you creating strains, Keith? Because I have an idea, right? I want to try to mix some shit like Acapulco Gold male with a. I don't know if Blue Dream can even if you can get Blue Dream in a female, but if you can get pollen from Acapulco male, mix that shit with a Blue Dream female. I want to see if that combination will become a sativa strong enough that I can write effectively with. Acapulco Gold mostly sativa. Blue Dream hybrid, but if you add sativa to that, you can bring that bitch probably to like 70% sativa, which now I mean is right at the range where I operate the best at.
Because Blue Dream already leans on the sativa side anyway. It already leans that way to begin with. So you
So
already got a
shit, you
head
can
start.
get that bitch up to
You
like
already,
80. You can probably get that bitch up to 85, 95% sativa.
yeah, yeah. That's why I tend to stay away from Blue Dream because
Yeah, I'm
to me
trying to I can't wait to they say in 24 and shit recreation is supposed to go on a ballot in Florida. I hope it do. I hope it do. Know what I mean? So I can actually get into growing because I ain't about to set up no I ain't about to set up nothing where now I mean I can lose everything and shit. I'm not about to do that. But once they say you can do them some shit, bro, I'm gonna do all the shit. once they say you can do anything, I'm gonna do it all.
well, that's the cool thing about the actual growing process is a lot of states allow you to have as many plants as long as they're in the foliating stage. You can have as many as you want.
Right.
The only
Yeah,
limits
it's
are
just I mean you
on the
on the flowering.
actual finished product. I mean, even untrimmed bud still on the branch, you can have like way more of than you can of actual finished shelvable product. So it always
Yeah,
everything breaks down in the stages where seedlings you can have unlimited foliating, even almost the same amount, at least in Maine. That's what I know in Maine. You can have, but as far as flowering plants for personal use, I think they've limited it at 6. In the I don't know if you can combine your medical and the recreational. I haven't looked into that, but you're allowed a certain amount with your medical card to grow, and you're also allowed a certain amount to grow through the recreational laws as well. So I'm not sure if you can combine those
yeah.
two and grow,
I
both.
um
I don't know. I don't know if you can grow your med plant, and there
I
could be.
thought like
If you do, you probably have to do them in separate rooms because the requirements for rec weed, at least if you want to turn around and sell it in Maine, is it has to be tested. Where medical weed doesn't need to be tested, they trust the caregivers. The recreational program,
They're not. Yeah. They're not fucking around.
the medical program in Maine has been around so long and it's so trusted that the medical product doesn't require testing, where the recreational does. So that's
Yeah.
why medical weed is always going to cost less, because it can be sourced from anywhere. Any caregiver, any one of these Richardsons can. Some guy can walk in. Darrell could be sitting in his office, and some guy could walk in there with a couple of pounds, and Darrell can go through it and decide whether or not he can buy it or not. Only through medical can you do that. With recreational, it has to be tracked. Recreational has the seed to sale tracking and all of that shit. But
Yeah.
our medical program up here is so free to allow us to. It's self-governed. It allows the people to self-govern it, which is the way it should be. It's a very grassroots. The
So if you
medical
got a
program.
medical, if you growing medical there, what's what's the most you can do? Can you produce? All right, let's say you growing for a season medical,
You can
20
sell your
pounds in a
excess.
season. This-
Anybody growing can walk into a dispensary and sell their excess up here. You don't need. As far as I know, well, maybe you do have to be a license. I don't know. Do you have to be a licensed grower to walk into it? It seemed to me when I was hanging out at Star City Wellness, where I was selling the blunts, it seemed like certain guys, any guys, could walk in there with buckets and show it to Joe, and if he liked it, he'd just buy it. And
yeah, he decide if he wants to buy it or not.
yeah, so and he sometimes wasn't a very good judge of what came through, and ended up getting stung on, like, that entire pound of shit that I brought home and de-seeded. He got taken
Yeah,
hard on that. He paid full
yeah.
price. He paid full price for that pound, and it had more seeds. It had so many seeds. That's why he let me take it home and seed it, so he could at least turn
Yeah,
around
that's ugly.
and put it into pre-rolls. And I ended up getting at least a couple of ounces out of it myself, just while I was cleaning it. That was my cut. Was it leaving? What the hell? Oh, Yahemi. That's what it was. It was Yahemi. Very melony.
Okay,
And
yeah, I remember you were deceiving that.
I had the turkey bag. I had the fucking
Yeah.
turkey bag. The thing was like that freaking big, and I thought it was like a QP or a half P. And the guys at the shop were like, "No, that was a whole pound
Now,
because it was solid. That
now I
nut
have
was
I have a
solid."
theory, right? I have a theory, right, about bud like that, right? When you get weed like that has been seeded like that, it stops the THC production. So that weed isn't going to smoke at what it could possibly be. That doesn't necessarily mean that the seeds that come from that are going to be weak products though. So like let's say if you grow those and you give them, you know what I mean, the care, should still produce some decent weed though, as long as it
I don't
doesn't get
know.
pollinated early, right?
I've had a couple of years back. I had ice cream cake from Richardson's. Had ice cream cake for sale for $17 a jar because it was right full of seeds, but it was still some of the best ice cream cake I've ever friggin' had. And it was because, and you could tell that every seed was mature, huge and mature, which told you that they at least let the plant grow to its fullest potential. Where normally, if you start spotting
Yeah.
seeds, you cut the plant while it's still pretty immature. Well, they just let it go, and the buds, even though they were full of seeds, were frosty, absolute
Okay.
tasty,
All right. All right. Yeah.
absolutely.
So what they probably did
It
was seen that that shit got infested, isolated it, let it now mean develop all the way. All right, that
it
makes sense.
seemed to me,
Yeah, that
in
makes
that
sense.
case, it seemed to me the seeds didn't detract from the quality of the high or the taste or anything. It was fantastic stuff. It
Yeah.
just, when you
It
broke
was
a
just the
bud after,
hassle of getting them out.
or just the disappointment, holding a bud in your hand and knowing that when you broke it up, what you're going to get out of it if actual smokable material is going to reduce them. You know, and the seeds. If you've got
Yeah.
a metal, there's nothing worse than having a metal rolling tray and having seedy weed because it's just this continuous tink 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 tink.
Tink, tink, tink. Yeah, yeah.
It's a unique sound in itself, you know. That's
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
anyway.
gonna probably I'm gonna get
Let's get off of
some
here. Yeah, let's get
shrooms
off of
tonight.
here, man. We're gonna
Oh,
we've been on here a half an hour and a half for Christ's sakes. I'm getting out of here, man. Flap flap.
yeah, they about that. Oh, tonight, Bird Club. I'll probably jump back on and shit. I'm gonna get some shrooms and shit. I'm gonna get goofy tonight, bro. We gonna get goofy. We gonna watch some shit, chill out. I'm gonna holler at y'all, bro. Yo, with that, too, but Marley, I'm out. Bird Club, flap flap.